I love this time of day. Hearing the birds sing. I'm often awake before they start. I always think the dawn chorus is such an optimistic sound. It's a new day, it says. A blank page. And you can put whatever you like on it. Our room isn't much. Very small and could do with a lick of paint. Not sure what colour the carpet is any more than what colour it used to be. Furniture's just 2 old chairs, a small table, and a creaking bed. And they're all on their last legs, but Ryan and I, it's my son, we love it here. We're safe. Is it about week 10, 11 of lockdown? To be honest, I've lost count. But I don't mind. I know we've had to do this self-isolation for a terrible reason, but I mean, no one wants a pandemic, do they? But it'll end, won't it? At some stage. And then we'll be able to go out again, meet people, let the kids play without fear, you know, everyday things, normal things. If you're wondering, why does she seem so happy? It's because my lockdown, my real self-isolation, ended a year ago today. Today feels like an anniversary, a birthday. We didn't live here then. We had quite a nice flat in another part of the country. Shared it with my partner Terry. We'd had Ryan for a couple of years, and when we moved there, I thought it might be a fresh start for us. But it wasn't long after we moved that Terry... It was just me at first, and he'd always say sorry afterwards, but anything could set him off. He wanted to know where I'd been, who I'd been talking to, what I had done, and he hated it when I saw my friends, so I stopped seeing them. It was safer not to. But even then, he wasn't happy. Ryan was a handful at times, but what do you expect from a toddler? My parents weren't around anymore, and so there was no one to talk to. That's the isolation I was talking about. It wasn't just physical. For a while, I just existed. And if it hadn't been for Ryan, I'd have wondered what it was all for. Our dawn chorus, then, was the sound of Terry snoring. Or shouting at Ryan if he'd wet the bed again. One day, it wasn't just me he hit. And when that happened, I knew I had to do something. So, after he'd gone out one day, I packed some stuff into a bag and we left. I didn't tell anyone where we were going, mostly because I didn't know myself. But eventually, we got this place in a refuge. For quite a while afterwards, even though I was in a different city when I went out, my PPE was a wig, glasses, and a false name. I'd look at Ryan and when he was asleep, and I'd wonder what kind of future he'd have. What type of man he'd grow up to be. Or was that battle already lost? He was nearly 3 then, but he hardly spoke, and when a stranger came near him, he would just hide behind me. But a year's a long time. When I look at him now, I see a little boy who smiles a lot, like a child should. A little boy who isn't as shy as he used to be. And he's starting to talk more. I know he has a long way to go yet, but do you remember the first time you saw your child smile? The first steps they took? Their first word? Well, yesterday, for the first time, Ryan said, "I love you, Mummy." And it had been years since anyone has said that to me. I've never been so happy. Of course, I went into the toilet and cried my eyes out, but yes, he's finding his voice, and in a way, I am too. There's been a lot of talk about how when this virus is over, lots of things might change. But there's more than one type of virus. In a way, Terry's type of anger is a kind of virus too. But it can be beaten with education. Education and love. And that's the kind of change I would like to see. I'll wake up in a minute. We'll have a piece of cake for breakfast. He won't mind. I mean, he's 3 years old and it's cake. I think we're going to be okay. We've got hope now. And that's the best vaccine of all, isn't it? Stay safe.